Okay, Alex, obviously we're at the end now of a very long, difficult and really different season, obviously, to the one that we had imagined it for it to be. What was your kind of assessment on things, obviously, as the years progressed? The kind of expectations are obviously going to change and develop, so how do you just see things now we're at the end of it?
It's been a bit of a roller coaster. Obviously, we started off the season, we had really high hopes, having a really good cup run, hopefully winning the league. And as everyone knows in life, you get obstacles and it's not always smooth sailing. But the main takeaway thing is that the lasses have stuck together and they've ground out results when we've needed it. And they've kept fighting all the way at the end. And I think the game against West End kind of epitomises that. Half time we weren't 100% sure on things, but they dug in deep and we got that result, and I think overall that represents how we've been. Obviously it gives us a really good foundation for going forward as well.
Yeah, obviously now we can look back on the second half of the season really, since obviously you stepped up and played again as head coach for the meantime. Just what was your kind of take, I suppose, on the work that you've done, obviously the work that Becky, Alex and everyone else behind the scenes has done, and just creating a team that's happy to compete for each other but at the same time is as stable as we can possibly try and get it to be. And obviously I do think we have had results that have proven that time and time again. Obviously we've had freak results here and there, but for the most part I think we've achieved that stability kind of really successfully.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Obviously it's a really big task kind of stepping up, especially when it's partway through the season as well. My kind of overall thing that I wanted to do was just, as you say, keep the team stable. The team is good enough to kind of sort all of the football inside out themselves. Obviously I do have a bit of input in that, but we've got some really, really talented players, some really switched on players who know how the game works and can help kind of form the team in the way that we have been. Obviously having Becky alongside us as well has always been great. It's kind of what it's always been when we've been at Shields, us working together, but definitely really pleased with how we are, and excited to see how we go forward.
Yeah, as you have mentioned, the division this season's been so tight, and it does mean that for the most part we've had to go through games trying not to slip up, because one poor result could dent everything. But now I suppose the pressure of promotion was off when, especially tonight, I felt like we were able to play the way we wanted to really.
Yeah.
So that must be really pleasing for you to say.
Yeah, it is. Definitely I think the lasses tonight, no pressure on, and you've definitely seen that on them. But obviously we've pushed our way all the way through the season. We knew that to win this league you've now got to go on an unbeaten run, which we did a part of the season. But you've got to be at your very best consistently, and I think that's something that we'll try and work on a bit more going forward, that consistency. As you say, we had a few freak results thrown in there, so ideally we'd like to iron those out, and for next season especially, and have a nice kind of consistent season where we know the way we're playing, what to expect.
Yeah, obviously this isn't an area that I usually talk about, but as you know, I've been here this year doing loads of media work.
Yeah.
Whether that's training or highlights or anything for the website or programme. There's been so much of promotion from me and on behalf of the team really, just to promote the work that everyone's doing. So how much of an impact that had for you, for the team really, just in terms of getting people on board, whether it be fans or potential players, maybe even potential manager heading into next season, who can see the work that has been done very publicly behind the scenes.
Yeah, you've been absolutely instrumental, Nathan. We don't know what we've done without you this season. The work that you put in has been amazing, and honestly we've reaped the rewards from it. The amount of people that we've had come down and support us, the amount of people that's talking about us, you've just given us so much exposure, and that really does make an impact. You get players wanting to come along, as you said, potential coaches coming along as well. Like I work in a school and the kids are all talking about it when I go to work, so it reaches quite far and wide, and we wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for you, Nathan, putting in all that effort and all that hard work out of hours until late hours of the evening and that, so massively appreciated.
Yeah, and I guess to round things off this season, so just any last words that you've got to say for the players, for the fans, for families of the players, and for yourself really.
Just thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for being there for us each and every week, home and away, and helping us grind out those results and being the 12th person on the pitch when we needed it. it does have an impact. I say it all the time. The lasses absolutely love it, so thank you very much to all the supporters, parents who've came along, gave us a hand, everything. It really, really means a lot. There's hell of a lot goes into making a team run, and it wouldn't be possible without all of those people supporting us and helping us along the way.